All right, we are up to the pinion. This is our pusher. We're ready to go there. And we're all in place. Let's go ahead and get that thing pressed in. There we are. Ta-da. Lovely. All right, great. And I brightened up that 373 so you guys can see that on film here. I guess that's what they call it. Video, digital media, whatever the heck this is. Well, anyway, there it is. You understand, buddy. Ooh, oh.
And it's a little bit difficult to get the T-handle on the easy out, so naturally I put it in the grill.
Oh.
And I was trying to like just barely, but it was stuck, so.
You gotta really feel it out with easy out.
Yeah.
Okay, we are now pressing in our side bearings, and this is the side bearing for your axle bearing. And you've got lettering on here, numbers and stuff. That's an identification for the bearing. The other side does not have that information, right? So you always want to put that on the outside. So if you ever have to change a bearing, you don't have to pull the whole rear end out and go through a bunch of stuff. You can actually just look at the side, see the bearing number, order the bearing, and you're good to go. And of course we make our own pushers, and I'm just doing this one-handed. So there we go, I'm in there. Specific for the job. And there it goes. Right there. Should be good. Tight. There it goes. Have to dress that out a little bit. But there it is. Perfectly set. Everything working as it should. We'll carry on. Well, lubricate it. Don't want to put these things on dry. You know, there will be a time they will have to come off if it needs a gear change or a rebuild again somewhere down the line. That looks great. Perfect. All right. This is ARP grease. We always use that on our bolts before we put them in so that we get proper torque load and we prevent any galling from happening. Our gear set, our bearings are now in place. Everything's lubricated, ready to go. We have our shims into place. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and push this carrier in, torque down the bearing caps, and then go ahead and spin it up and see what we have for backlash and pattern. All right, everything's set up now. We're torqued into place, and I've whited up. I dyed the gears, and you can see the pattern is excellent. Take a little little background noise here, stand by, but beautiful pattern. What a couple thousands difference in the shim will make. There he is, factory. You've seen what it looked like in the part 1 of this video, the original setup, and now you can see after it's been fine-tuned how much better things can be when you do things by hand and with care. Backlash is a little wide on 12 thousandths. I'm going to go ahead and tighten that up. That's the only thing I really need to change on this, and then we can go for final assembly. But beautiful, really, really nice. I'm going to get it down to between 8 and 10 thousandths. I think that will be really good, and I'm closer to the 8,000 mark. I really want to get it there, and I think that'll be perfect. All right, thanks, and stand by for tomorrow. See ya. And welcome back to it. And here we are working on this 48.8. Welcome to the PuddyMod YouTube channel and all that good stuff. And I find it, pretty satisfying taking all the tape and stuff off of here after you freshly paint something. It looks nice, And so we got those all taken care of there. And see the other side here. Take a look at that. Really nice finish. And we taped up all our bushings. We have a perfect setup now, as you've seen in an earlier video or earlier portion. And hold on a second, let me get this junk off of me. Yep. And well, yeah, that looks really good. Rubber. Nice and clean, looks like a brand new one. Oh, and I painted the flange black this time. I know it was silver, but I figured with it being, a silver case, I wanted some contrast to it, so I went ahead and refinished it in black. Came out pretty nice, looks good. Something different, What's on there? Of course, I'm one-handing it, so it makes it even more difficult. There we go. Nice. Looks good. And then when you put the flange on there, yeah, that's gonna look really, really nice. All right, let me go ahead and clean up the pinion. And I'm gonna set that pinion into this case for the last time. And then we'll put the carrier in for the last time. And check our backlash, make sure we're good there. There we go. There it is. So you got that original code still there. I don't know what it's about, but I taped it off, What the hell, why not? But yeah, looks really nice. What do you think, Shop Kitty? Think it looks good? Come here, baby. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Shop Kitty. You like it? Is it pretty? Oh, yeah. You need a little purr gear going? Yeah? Got the little purr gear going? What a good baby. Yeah, good baby. All right, we're getting ready to press that seal in now. There it goes. And draw it down here. There she goes. Nice. Perfect. Always a little tedious when it comes to doing these side seals. All right, we're up to pushing everything together right now. And trying to hold this thing steady. And you guys got to miss a lot of the action, but it's in place. That's what it's going to look like. Reason why I do it this way without the seal is to lessen the risk of damaging the seal. Now that my pinion's down into the case here and everything's set, I'll go ahead and I'll pull the ram up and I'll put the seal in place and we'll press the seal in. Since we're right now at the point of not having to pull this pinion back out anymore. Stand by while I move all this crap around. All right, gonna go for the seal here. Very nice. There we go. Now I'm gonna have to stop the video again so I can take all this stuff up because I'm working without a tripod. All right. our seal is down nicely into place. And one of the things we also do is there's a lip inside that seal, a lip seal. We fill that with grease. A lot of people miss that little thing, and that keeps everything from leaking, you know. So you want to fill that lip on that seal before installing your input flange or companion flange. I think Ford calls it, but Honda calls it an input flange. Once that's in place, it has grease on that yoke, and there's grease inside that lip on that seal. That seal is going to last, and you're not going to have any leaks. All right, let me go ahead and put it in place, and then we'll press it down. All right, we're in place. And pushing. And everything is down. We're all free spinning. And now we're ready to put our new pinion nut on here and start getting things torqued into place. All right, ready to put our new nut on. This is our new nut. Already has Loctite on it from the factory. And this is what we use when we're setting up, you know, doing a setup. This is a nut that the part that locks down onto these threads. It's a distorted nut or a captured nut or whatever you want. They've got a couple different names for it. Well, we cut all that away, run a tap down it so it's clean and free, and it'll run down those threads very nicely and smoothly, and we don't have to worry about possibly damaging threads while we're doing a mock-up for assembly. So this nut here, this is going to be a one-time use, and it's going to go into place now, and we're going to set this down and get our torque loads right to get those bearings set. Okay, hold on, stand by. Okay, we're ready to set or check our pinion preload now. Let's see what we got. Very nice. The book calls for 16 to 29 inch-pounds, and we're right in that sweet spot. So there we go. All right, next, getting that LSD carrier and ring gear back into place. And then we can check those measurements, our backlash. We're going to do a little bit of an adjustment there to tighten it up some, and then this thing will be built at that point once everything's torqued into place, and then we'll start working on the rear cover, which is an absolute mess. All right, I just got done measuring. This is our original shim from the factory here. I marked it as pinion, and because it's on the pinion side of the case, and this is going to be our replacement shim, which is a few thousandths thinner than the original shim. I got to put a little grease on the back of it so it'll stay into place, but it'll go right inside here, and that should get us right where we need to be. Okay, we are up to checking that backlash, and here we go. Let me get that indicator for you guys so you can see what we got. And we're right at 8 thousandths, which is perfect. Let me see if I can get in here. There we go. So right at 8 thousandths, and that is consistent around the gear. We're like between 8 and 8.5 thousandths, pretty consistent. I took some time late last night, and I got a better balance on it, and it really shows now because we're like within like a half a thousandths on the run out, which is amazing for a Ford differential. But there you have it. It's built. It's a 373. Hold on, the name has to go in after the quality goes, or what was it? The name goes on after the quality goes in. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was a Ford thing back then, but hold on, let me get that name on there. Here we go. PuddyMod. We got our seals into place, everything's built. We're torqued down here on the bearing cap bolts. So last thing to do is restore the rear cover. And well, she's all finished, looking great. Beautiful pattern. PuddyMod name. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. This is a Valentine's 8.8, and this is the gift it gives me. Cuts in my hand. That's from the gears here. I hate doing these friggin' 8.8s because they bite like crazy. But anyway, it looks great. That flange is a big difference there between what came in here and what's going out. Got our new bushings. They look fabulous. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Just like that. Got the new seals all pressed in lovely. Perfect. Now to do that nasty cover. That's how the rest of it looked, as you know. This is the finish. I gotta do this over, and other than that, everything else is great. All right, I got that cover all cleaned up now. I'm gonna have a kind of a reveal thing going on. Just finished this Honda S2000 rear up. It's got an OS Geiken in it, stage 4 build, a WPC treated 444 ring and pinion. Really came out super nice. But I know everybody's kind of looking forward to seeing what this cover looks like. At least I was anyway. I went with a kind of a neat finish with this. And here we go. Ta-da! Yay! It's wrinkle red. Just like the valve cover on an S2000. Wish I had some type of decal, sticker, something I could do that said VTEC or some Honda, white Honda lettering or something. That would look really cool on this. But you can see the texture on it. It's pretty nice. That's the original tag from the Ford rear end. I'm going to go ahead and put that back in place. It says 373 on it, the gear ratio. So I think that's perfect, you know, since we stayed with a 373. It just happens to be a brand new one. And with the silver, it kind of coincides with the engine as well. So really nice contrast to the rest of the car. Let me go ahead and get it installed, and guys can check it out. All right, everything's all prepped. Flange is clean and ready for Honda Bond. All right, all finished up, looking good. There you go. Let me get your tag in place. Drain and fill. This one's just snugged in a little bit so it doesn't fall out, so it can be easily, you know, have the gear oil added to it when it gets to the client. This one's already snugged up, our drain plug. Here's your vent. Of course, they'll have to do their own plumbing when they get it into the car for that. Cover looks great. Let's get it rolled around onto the other side here. Really looks good with the silver. Very Honda-esque. Added this Ford Performance tag to it. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it looks pretty cool. That flange really came out nice. It was such a mess. I thought we were going to end up replacing it, but I was able to save it. This is a torque mark, so if anything moves, we'll know it. These seals that Ford produces for these rear ends are really impressive. BMW is the only one I can really compare it to, and they are just as proud as these things too. They're not cheap, but looks great. Came out beautiful. Bobby says probably the prettiest one I've done so far, and I have to agree. When it comes to a Ford 8.8, I think this is probably the prettiest one I've done. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll get another one on the bench. I'm actually doing one for an NC Miata. I'm not sure. I might be the next one on the bench. I might have a regular Miata in between that I have to do that came in from overseas that needs an inspection and a refresh. But we have another one of these 8.8s. Like I said, it's going to go into an NC Miata. It's getting a lot of fancy parts. It's going to look pretty fantastic when it's all done. I'll get this on the bench so you guys can check it out. I'm really hot to look at it myself. And there you have it. So please stay tuned to the PuddyMod YouTube channel for the next video. Coming soon, hopefully. And leave comments. I know I got to answer a bunch of them that have been put up in the last, I guess, 2 weeks or so. But I've been just so busy I haven't been able to reach back to people. I really thank you guys for leaving comments or asking questions, and I will get to everybody. Actually, maybe in the next day or two, I'll go ahead and do that in the evening. Well, thanks for watching, and see ya.